Right, guys. So the question today, or for this show, is since Andy Carroll joined the four strikers, the four big money strikers. Sorry, Carroll, Hernandez, Margot, and Allaire. Have any of them proven like good value for money? And for me, the answer is three of them no, one not yet. Allaire, first season in the Prem, we haven't played to his strengths. We started to see in the Southampton game where we played Antonio and Bowen what he's capable of doing when the three of them, when he's got two wide players like he did at Frankfurt, running either side, running into those dangerous areas. So fingers crossed he does. It might be unpopular for the rest of them where I've said no, because it's like when Carroll's played and he had a run of games, there were times he was completely unplayable and the money we paid for him looked to steal, but injuries obviously hasn't done that. Hernandez would have been a cracking player for us and would have been a pivotal player for us again if we would have played to their strengths. You don't have a player like Javier and then put him up front on his own. You put him up with Andy Carroll, somebody like that who can just knock the ball down for him, put the ball into the box so we can be that fox in the box that we all know he can be. Now, Muggo, the reason why I say he didn't prove value for money is because, yes, he did go up a few gears when he signed for us, played as a wide man initially. We put him up front, Moyes put him up front, and it proved dividends, the performances and that he played for us. But when you think about the money that we spent, £20 million, to sell him for what, 24 was it? Stoke got, I think, I could be wrong, I think it was 20 or 30% of the profits. The money and everything that we're paying out in wages, it just didn't prove good value for money. I would argue the best striker at the moment that we've proven for good value for money was Ayew, because what we sold him for, but that's my thoughts anyway. Fingers crossed Allaire proves that 45 million pound price tag that we paid for him was worth it. But yeah, come on you Irons.
This is a very, very difficult question to answer. It's unbelievably difficult question when you think about it. Who was the better value for money? So let's do the drop down, shall we? Carroll, his signing from when we got him from Liverpool, originally on loan initially, and then we got him on. We bought him in. Had some very, very good seasons with us. Never completed a season because of his injury record, and that's the problem. If we had seen a full season from him, I honestly think we would have seen some very, very good football, and we could have been properly pushing for Europe. Hernandez, aka Chicharito, a very, very good striker we brought in here. Absolutely superb. I was buzzing. I actually made my debut on Hammer's Chat forum channel with a quick introduction, quick clip that I put on about Hernandez when we signed him. I was loving it. I thought, brilliant, we've got a very, very good player here. Wasn't used properly by Pellegrini, wasn't used properly by Moyes, and was really, really irritating. Bearing in mind, we bought in Allaire, and we could have really, really used the two together. But a gentleman's agreement is a gentleman's agreement. Now, as I say, coming on to Allaire, very, very hot prospect that we bought him in from the German league. Was one of three very, very influential and rapid, shall we say, goal scorers in his former club. Brought him in over here, and what do? We stuck him up on his own. That's why he's not had a brilliant season for us so far this season. His first season, let's not forget that. Whenever that's going to be completed. The start of the season, absolutely raving about him. I thought he was bringing everything that we wanted from a striker. 100%. Kind of dwindled when he didn't have anyone to play off with, as it like it was with an Antonio. And now obviously we were starting Antonio and Bowen on the pitch. Snodgrass and Anderson's starting to wake up a little bit as well since Pellegrini went. And as a result, we were getting some very, very good football there. For example, that great setup that Allaire did for Antonio against Southampton, if I remember correctly. Distant memory now. But very, very good setup, you know. And Allaire, I said right from the start, Allaire wasn't selfish enough to be played up front, and he's still proving my point. So, and then it comes to an Arnautovic, the attacking midfielder we jumped in under Moyes as a false number 9. Let's not forget that he was a midfielder. He was a midfielder with Stoke, Werner Bremen, and he's probably a midfielder out in China as well. But we played him as a false number 9, stuck him in the middle. It was said on Match of the Day numerous times he's not a natural goal scorer, but he was adapted and scored some very, very, very iconic and useful goals while he was here. Did he deserve the money, especially the increase he got from the club? Absolutely not. No. But then again, none of the players really do deserve the wages that they're on. So for me, the list goes Carrol, Hernandez, Allaire, and Arnautovic. Those are my orders of the top 4 of these players. So guys, look after yourselves. Stay at home. Drink if you need to, but please stay at home. I hope you've enjoyed the bank holiday weekend. I know I certainly have. And rest easy, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.
So this week's question is, who's been more value for money? Carrol, Hernandez and Arnautovic, or Haller? Yeah? £15 million strikers or more. Well, who's been the most disappointing? Shall I start with? The most disappointing was personally is Hernandez. I was hoping he was going to do great things for us. I really did. Just because he reminded me of a poacher. You know, he's a poacher, isn't he? In the box, picking up the second ball, and sticking it in the net. But we didn't play to his strengths, and unfortunately, I think Moyes had a lot to do with that. When he was at Man United, he did the same, didn't he? He played well under Ferguson, Hernandez. As soon as Moyes was in, he didn't like him. Didn't like his style of play. Didn't play to his strengths, and then got rid of him. So when we bought him, I thought, oh, it's a great thing. And then Moyes came along and ruined it. I think the same will happen with Haller. I'm unfortunate to say. I'm sticking my neck out there, but I wonder if he'll get the best out of him. I'm obviously trying to be optimistic, and I hope he does. You know, we've got to play to the boys' strengths. Haller, to make him get the goals in, he's got to have a partner up there. I personally prefer 4-4-2. I like the 2 up front. Wingers, crossing the ball in, dribbling, and laying the ball off to them. That's what I prefer. That's how, I like to see it. So, there's potential there. But out of the 4, I mean, Carrol, he can be great on his day. Absolutely awesome on his day. Strong in the air, wasn't he? He was a lot better with his feet than people gave him credit for. And I thought he brought a lot to the team. A very dangerous player. But he just liked the Colombian marching powder too much, didn't he? And a bit of the old alcohol. So that's always going to shorten your career and make you injury prone and all that. But it's an Arnautovic, isn't it? He was the best. He was the best, wasn't he? The most profitable from that 15 million. Because I believe, in Moyes' in a positive note for Moyes, he took him from the wing and played him up front like a striker, and it galvanised the bloke, didn't it? It changed him. It made him more hungry, more aggressive. Made him a real danger and presence in the box, which was excellent, And the stats were that he got 11 goals, and we hadn't had that since 2006, 2007 with Bobby Zamora. So, excuse me, he saved us that year. I feel, we was in the doldrums, and we got rid of the previous manager, and old Moyes came in. We was on the rocks really, and by moving him up front, I think my opinion is he saved our season. So you know, it's got to be Arnautovic out of those four. He's been the best so far. I mean, you know, I'm disappointed with Hernandez because I think he was great, like I said. And I'm disappointed, but I still live in an optimistic hope that Haller, when the football gets going again, Moyes will play to his strengths, I hope. And the boy will do us wonders. So, there you go. That's my opinion. Take it easy. Keep safe during the lockdown. Stay in. Stay well. Take it easy. Up the hammers. Come on, you ones.